So, I understand that you moved a long way from home and should live in these parts. How are you finding it here? Hmm, considering what you told me the last time we met, this must be a big change. Going from relative isolation to a thriving magical community located in what, Ahmed, is a fairly popular city. I wouldn't blame you for feeling overwhelmed, especially with your parents so far away. Forgive me, I'm noticing that you and your parents don't exactly see eye to eye. I'm more meant I sympathize with you, having to uproot yourself like this. Keeping yourself will often feel like the safe option in such circumstances. Making friends can be hard if you don't have much experience with them, especially by design. Tell me, are the neighbors friendly where you're living? Are there people for you to talk to as you pass them in the hallways? Oh, really? Is is she one of the initiated this neighbor of yours? Oh, that's good. If you fall asleep in front of her, we won't have to worry as much about what she sees. I'm sorry, that wasn't very funny. It does bring us to the topic at hand, though, doesn't it? Has there been any change in your condition in the time since we spoke? Oh, that's good. Hmm, somniomancy. Where, where should I begin? Oh, I, I hope someone gave you a warning about the weather before you moved here. It's temperamental, especially during this time of the year. You'd be wise to start carrying an umbrella with you, even if it doesn't look so bad to start off. Do try to ignore the rain, as heavy as it sounds. Now, where was I? How much have your parents told you about magic? I assume they were responsible for much of your magical instruction until this point. They told you the basics, that spellcasters employ their talents for a single medium of expression, like art or dance or singing or... Yes, exactly. And what you notice about these types of spellcraft is that they usually require the expression to become external before the magic is worked. The expression needs to be expressed, observable to other people in some manner. But for that is the case, the magic does originate internally. To put it one way, when turning someone into a toad, it's not a dance that transforms someone into a toad, but a witch did transform someone into a toad by dancing. I believe, that is to say, it is largely believed that somnomancy is an altered form of this power, where it's your subconscious mind working magic instead of your conscious one. Your mind expresses spells in the form of your dreams, and so you consciously don't need to lift a finger to make real the effect on the world. Your magic spills out of your head unshackled, for good or ill, characterized by whatever you're dreaming about. Not every dream results in this, of course, but a number of them do, more so as you get older. In the past, it was often viewed as an affliction more than a talent, and not just because of the wild magic that ensues. You feel compelled to sleep at odd hours because your subconscious desires to cast magic, just as other mages might be compelled to paint or whatever you. Even if you were a perfectly well-rested person, that would be the case. Sleep doesn't do for you what it does for non-magical humans. In fact, I hope I don't alarm you, but there have been cases of dream mages who spend months, even years in slumber working a particularly powerful spell, sometimes intentionally, but often not. Think Sleeping Beauty or I can think of another example. Oh, I'm not sure how they survive doing that. I guess magic is the answer to that too. Unless that people to tend to them. What a privilege. To not have to worry about bed sores. Another danger that I've seen discussed is the possibility of an inherently bad spell. You already had destructive incidents in the past with your magic, but those were only dreams. Do you know how dangerous it would be for you to have a bad nightmare? I'm sure you've had bad dreams before, but clearly they were not that bad. If you're still here and breathing, I'm, I'm sorry. I don't mean to scare you. The chances of you dying in a nightmare are extremely low. I thought it prudent to bring it up, but please, don't dwell on it. Oh, yes, I imagine that could have contributed to your parents being so strict, so protective of you. If none of them share your condition, they may have been at a loss for how to best deal with it, how to give you a life that is calm enough to produce safe dreams. Not that I'm trying to justify their behavior, of course, but there are yet more dangers to consider. Dream magic being so potent has occasionally led to its mages being targeted in the past by those who would seek to use the magic for themselves. Dream eaters, rebellious spellcasters, that sort of thing. Oh, you heard about that incident, did you? Yes, consider that an example. Not everyone gets along in this community, and our authorities are often stemmed by the mundane people who live amongst us. Unfortunately, it's more peaceful in our city than elsewhere, I hasten to say. Still, if you ever feel as though there is someone who may mean you harm, please come talk to me right away. As a magical instructor, it's part of my job to take care of such things. I'm here to help you. But as for you, our Boris, getting your magic under control is the key. Do you keep a journal? Do you write about your dreams in it? I would like you to make a habit of doing that. Every night, we'll want to try to account for the contents of your own subconscious. If that sentence makes sense to you, then we can focus on altering that content through lucid dreaming or focusing on spells you want to cast before you fall asleep. So, you did do a little bit of homework before coming to me. Yes, there are studies on how about how lucid dreaming carries potential health risks. I've read them too. But I must stress again that you're not a normal human. Your needs are a bit different in this area. You might find it easier to achieve for that same reason. The method I want you to start practicing to start with is to engage in reality checks. Distinguish tells in your dreams that help you determine when you are awake and when you are asleep, like something you can do in a dream that you physically couldn't awake, or a part of reality that is out of place. When you find yourself about to fall asleep, keep repeating those tales in your head. I've never watched Inception, but if that helps you understand what I'm saying, then yes, it's like a totem. As for your tendency to sleep at odd times, as I said before, all magic users feel compelled to cast. We can't completely suppress that urge, but as you gain control over your powers, you'll be able to make it less disruptive. So just by making yourself expend more magic at night and needing to do so less during the day. You also need to stress that you absolutely must have a healthy sleep schedule if you're going to get anywhere with that. Those are the basics. We'll keep talking about getting your magic under control for the sessions. Oh, hmm, if we aren't able to do it, well, there's still. Yes, the other thing I mentioned, stealing your magic. I just Don't find it a very pleasant option. When someone's powers are sealed, they are unable to perform the activity that they use to cast spells. If I had my powers sealed away, for example, I could try to write something down and find my mind going blank. I would forget every word in every language until I put my pen down and stepped away from the paper. For some mages, this must feel like an aggressive case of hard block. For ones like you, I've not seen it done, but it's likely you would never dream again. I'm sure you don't mind that. Anyway, I have no idea what kind of effect that would have on your health. To never be able to dream again, so I'd prefer to only use it as a last resort. In the meantime, I'm curious if you already have in mind a reality check that you could like, that you would like to use. Truth to be told, I do like it. The rain. There used to be there used to be a lot when I came from too. A lot of water and not a lot of places to put it. But I didn't mind it. Not even when it flooded. It's so nostalgic for me. When the weather breaks around here, it goes and goes without end sometimes. Not hard enough to bother, not soft enough to forget. Sit under a downpour heavy enough, and it becomes akin to the sound of a babbling river, gently flowing downstream. When there, somewhere you're sitting safe and dry, the drops drizzling down become one continuous sound, taking everything else away. Unsettling noises, distant arguments, even the sound of your own worried thoughts. On grey, sleepy days like this, it is the only melody that need assert itself. A single lullaby playing for you, even as you sit away from it inside, wrapped up in a blanket by the fire, with the occasional rumble of thunder crossing overhead, like a big yawn. That bodes well for me. Oh, I did not think to swoop. Oh, don't burn my face down. Don't burn my face down. Please, don't burn my face down. Hey, hey, wake up.